Good morning, everybody. I had a nice, terrific sleep after a long road trip. I definitely needed it. I slept hard 11 hours, so it was good. I want to do this video. There's lots of people commenting and posting on reacting to a lot of things I've shared as of recent, and a lot of negativity. A lot of people saying, "Oh, I followed you. There's nothing of any substance about how we're going to fix Canada," and that's just not accurate. So I'm going to do this post, and I also want to go into, as I wait for people to log on, I want to go into what really troubles me, especially with Canadians. I'm Canadian, so people saying I'm not, that's problematic. If you don't know, I ran for Premier in Alberta in 2019. I was born in Peace River, Alberta. I'm Canadian through and through, and yes, I'm a male. I experience the world as a male. I experience my country as a male. Those are my thoughts, my feelings. They're not to be cross-examined. It's how I feel and how I experience life, like each and every one of us do. People think they have a right to say, well, no, your feelings, your experiences are no good because mine are different than yours. See the problem here? And I think this is the highlight, the problem of Canada and what we've been conditioned to believe. My experiences in the States are shared by many, and it's okay for the few who don't want to see those or acknowledge those. It's okay. It may be different for you. Maybe you're in a better financial position. Maybe you're a different sex. Maybe you're in a different job altogether. You had different life experiences. I don't know, but we're not the same, and that's the basis of everything we're working on here, that people are individuals. You should celebrate that individuality. You should be allowed to share your feelings. Which brings me to what we're working on. Absolutely, for the 2025 federal election. Party of the Canadian Constitutionalists, PCC. If you're new and you've just started following me, I've been working on this for a number of years. Already done the signature drive, folks. Already done. All the heavy lifting is done. We don't have a website because there's a campaign period and an election period. I know these concepts have never been taught to any of you, but I've already went through this, at least in the provincial end, and we are starting this January, this 2023, building our party before we even register. We're going to wait till 1 year before the election, meaning 2024 official registry. But it doesn't mean we can't get ready with our MP candidates. It doesn't mean we can't build commissions, which is what we're going to start here this new year. We're still a long way away from a federal election, folks. Still a long ways away. 2 years and absolutely, I believe, 8 months now. 8 months coming on. No, I'm sorry, 10 months. So still a long ways to go. If I register the party now, and I could, folks, I could legally register the party now, there are commitments that have to be maintained with the government of Canada, and we are not there yet. And there's a substantial amount of costs associated with that. I'm not paying that. I'm going to wait to the right time, just like I did in 2019. Again, we're going to build the party platform, which is very simple, folks. It's unlike anything ever done in Canadian history. We are going to have two commissions: the First Peoples of Canada and Canadians. The nation within a nation, the shared UN state called Canada. No, I'm not rebuilding Turtle Island for the First Peoples. That's not possible, not in international law. That's never going to happen. So I've already stated that many times. Half of Canada returned. That's what we're shooting for. Half of Canada returned to the First Peoples, half of Canada returned to all Canadians. It's tremendous. It's tremendous. It's what's happened in the States. Was it 50-50? No. But I can tell you that all American Indians today have 133% more land than all Canadians, all First Peoples in Canada's boundaries combined. 133% more land. Go look at the population of American Indians, 6 million. 6 million have 133% more land than 40 million Canadians, and all the First Peoples, it's about 2.25 million people. It's incredible. It's incredible. People don't see that. They don't even realize that. What we're doing is we're going to rewrite the entire legal system of Canada. Not me, not the party, all Canadians and all First Peoples. Divide. Constitutional conventions for all First Peoples, 3 to 9 months period of time, whatever it takes in every first person language available in Canada, now, then, or gone. We have all the Americans covered in those languages. Don't you worry about it. You're going to get it in English. You're going to get it in your native tongue if that's what you wish. That's what we're going to provide. You, the people, are writing the Constitution, the First Peoples. Not Canadians, not anybody else. You will be provided with the world's greatest legal minds. And Canadians, you're getting the exact same presentation in every single minority language available in Canada. If English is your second language and you have a primary, you can elect to get those conventions in your primary tongue. All of them. I've been across the entire world. I've done much work, contrary to what people think who are new to following. You need to do some reading. The big work, the big legwork's been done over many, many years. It's getting people on board now. Really, that is really the huge concept here. These conventions are going to be in every community hall, every town hall, every reserve across Canada. No one under the age of 18 left behind. Again, no one in our party is writing anything. I'm not writing anything. This is the platform we're going to present. I'm going to train over these commissions, and our prospective MP candidates are going to learn it. People say, how are you going to get that done? We take Prime Minister in a minority. All you need is a minority, and you've taken the crown. What is that? That's the appointment of Governor General, sworn to whomever's Prime Minister. They appoint all Lieutenant Governors of every province and the 3 territorial commissioners. They do whatever the Governor General tells them to do. Governor General does whatever the Prime Minister tells them to. This is the constitutional law of Canada. Every single one of the provinces and territories, for those who don't know, every single one of the provinces and territories are assigned a Governor General and territories a Commissioner. They ascend all laws. Folks, Parliament doesn't run if Governor General doesn't ascend the bills. In provinces and territories, the acts don't ascend, meaning your legislatures don't run if the Lieutenant Governor doesn't run them. Prime Minister can shut them all down tomorrow. Then there's no work for the respective MLAs and none of the MPs of all the parties, because you can't get your acts and bills ascended. You can't even open up Parliament or legislature. That's what you do. You take the crown. Hitler did this. That was Nazi Germany in World War II. Although he didn't do constitutional conventions for and by the people. He took autocratic dictatorial power. He went in as Governor General, Chancellor, and got the then Prime Minister to give him all the powers. He wrote the Enabling Act, 1933, enabling the Chancellor. That's what happened. We're going to use that same principle because Canada was designed first, is legally built that way, and anyone can look this stuff up. It really isn't rocket science, but it's never explained or shared to us in our system. For those who don't know what a subject and a savage are, go read the Indian Act 1876. Go read your Constitutional Acts of Canada Consolidated from 1867 and all 13 amendments going past 1982 to two most recent amendments, and they're obviously the provinces. Go read that stuff. If you haven't read it, I can't help you. I can't make this any more clear as to what we're doing. It's been shown, it's been explained, and I can't keep going back over and over for all the new people, because then the people are already here going, we've already been through this 10 million times. We're going forward, and people are going to have to catch up. I can't stop what I'm doing, go back, and bring up everything for you. You have to be diligent. We've done tremendous works here. A lot of First Peoples and Canadians have done tremendous works with me in the last 5 years. And we're going forward. I have lots of people already vetted. First Peoples, Canadians. We're going to start commissions to build MP candidates, to educate people on our platform in great detail so everybody knows it, lives it, learns it, loves it. Because it's not about us. We're going to be the first party in Canadian history, if we get all 338, to be giving the power to the people, allowing the people to vote for themselves for the first times in their lives. We're going to empower them. I don't know what people are going to choose, but I have tremendous faith with the 167 world-class doctorates of law, complete experts published, the best of the best in the entire world, representing every minority language in Canada, every single one. We're not slouches. We have a tremendous path forward, a first ever in Canadian history. And that's what we're going to do. It's just that simple. It's not about me. It's about you. Everyone with me and going forward is going to learn it's about you, the people, all the people, the defined subjects and savages as written in Canada's Constitution. We're going to turn all of you into citizens in a nation within a nation country. And for those who don't know, this was done in the United States of America. All American Indians are citizens, sovereign, a nation within a nation. Officially, it's a country within a country, and broken down into 155 constituted nations. They're constituted. Long constitutions, very detailed. They have their own federal ministry unto themselves. That's not what Canada is. Not even close. We're gross human rights violators. And for all Canadians who think this isn't important, they keep you a subject, a slave, on 9% of Canada, 2.2 times less than what the Chinese people get in communist China. I kid you not. It's one of the sickest creations in the world today. Australia, New Zealand, pretty close, but not quite there. As people are seeing in the Netherlands for the Dutch crown, taking all the farms away from the farmers, easily done through the crown. Canadians, it was done to you a long time ago. There's never been any land released, very hardly any at all, since the initial waves of settlers. That's it. That's all there is. And there's so much more of Canada. Literally 89% of Canada you can't live on. You can't earn a living on. You can't harvest resources on. You get nothing for it. but the bills, as the Crown owns it all. It's called federal and provincial Crown land. Did you know 5 years ago, when I was going for independence, the narrative was it was Queen Elizabeth II's land? That was the bullshit. We fought tooth and nail. I fought in my election. I went to the Crown in the UK, and guess what happened? Chief Justice Wagner, who was ascended to Governor General of Canada, Trudeau ascended him after the lunatic astronaut fiasco, and Chief Justice Wagner rewrote a pile. 5 years ago, it was Queen Elizabeth's land, even though we all knew it was federal and provincial Crown land. I created Alberta independence, the legal path to removing a province from the country and creating a UN state, a landlocked UN state. The legal path. Now we're on the path to fixing all of Canada, because that's what all the First Peoples want. They're not down with independence. I'm not saying they wouldn't be. If you kept going and they kept getting crushed, maybe you'd see nations come together. But ultimately, the nations, the First Peoples, want to see Canada settled because it's all encompassing for them. Even the American border, which is recognized by the United States under the Jay Treaty, is free for them to come and go with no issues, none whatsoever. Now, Canadians know you need a passport, you have laws you have to follow, but not for First Peoples. Now, it's not the same for the American Indian coming to Canada. When Canada stole the crown, the proverbial crown, for themselves, just like Hitler and Nazi Germany, they zipped their mouth. 1952. 1956, Canada ended the Jay Treaty as its own nation, its own crown. We don't want to do the Jay Treaty anymore. Fuck the American Indians. USA never did that to the Canadian First Peoples. But Canada, the Conservatives and Liberals, did that willingly, evilly, to all American Indians. You will come with the passport and you will prove that you can come into our country, who you are. But not the vice versa for Canadian First Peoples into the United States. Still to this day, America honors it, honors the First Peoples of Canada. Canada scrapped it a long time ago for the American Indians. Gives them a hell of a hard time when they come to Canada, even though it's their ancestral lands. That's the rot here, folks. And we can sit here and say, oh, no, we're never going to deal with it. No. We'll get used to living with a lot less. Get used to always being under the thumb, because there is no salvation in the housing crisis, in the unaffordability, the massive rise in inflation. It is geared and designed that way. Look at the massive immigration. By 2036, if we don't change the path we're on, half the children on average in every Canadian school will be of first generation, meaning they're not native to Canada. That's just half the kids. Then think of all the first generation Canadians. You'll be lucky if there's 25% of the population of actual Canadians, at least 2 generations in. You'll be lucky. What kind of country are we going to have then? And First Peoples who don't get on this, what do you think is going to happen to you when you're in the other category? Right now, you're 2.2. What happens when you end up in the other category, under 1%? You're finished. This country will finish you. That's a fact. And if you don't believe me, go look at the entire history of Canada, 1867 onward. I mean, there's 150 years before that too of shameful genocide. But look at just the last 150 years as Canada. Look at just since 1950 as Canada on its own completely. Brutal. If you think they're your friends, or they're ever going to help you, the answer is no. And for Canadians who think, oh no, it's not true for me, yeah, for the first class, yeah, it's great. You're a lawyer, a doctor, a judge, a politician, a crown sworn public sector worker. Things are pretty good, but it can't last forever. Pyramid schemes don't work. First, second, third class, and then savage class. It doesn't work. I think Canadians are waking up to that fact. And this is what we're going to bring forward. How to destroy the crown, smash it into 40 million pieces, a piece for each and every Canadian and first person. A nation within a nation, a 50-50 all the way. And that's what we're doing in our 338. 2 commissions, a 50-50. And we're going to keep educating, keep training and teaching. We're going to move forward in a simple platform never ever released in Canadian history. It's a vast amount of wealth for each and every Canadian, every child coming, all the children of today, every man, woman and child, first person and Canadian alike. It's a heck of a lot more than you got now. Right now, you got autocracy. You got a divine class that gets rich while you get poor, generation after generation. It's time to end that. That's my video. Get it shared, get it out there. I'm going to get ready for my work week, and you guys will see. We'll start the commissions, we'll start the education, we'll start building. And those who want to get on board, great. If you want to get on board because you have cockamamie ideas about your own glory and all these platform goals you want to see happen, this isn't for you. This is selfless. This is for the people because it's going to be by the people. If you think somehow you're going to get glory out of this, or you're going to get your objectives for yourself done, this isn't going to be for you. That's conservative, that's liberal, that's NDP, that's Green Party, that's Yves Blanchet's Bloc Party. One of those will suit you. There's no shortage of crown autocratic tyrants out there. That's what Canada is. It's all one crown. If that's for you, go to it. We're doing something entirely different. Is it the end all and be all? I don't know, but I know this. At least we'll present it for the first time in Canadian history. We will give the legal path forward for you, the people. Empower you, the people. And there's lots. Those conventions are huge. But it's not going to be written by me. It's not going to be written by my party. It's going to be done by each and every one of you with the greatest legal experts in the entire world. That's it. I have tremendous faith in Canadians that once shown and gone through, and their ideas are gone through, and they go, oh, I didn't know that, I didn't know that. People just don't know. It's 150 years of institutionalization, and we've got to get through it. Bye now.